Man, listen, thank you so much, Sheriff, for just allowing me to, get on this call. I really, really appreciate it. I'm super nervous because this is the third time I've ever done a call, you guys. So I'm so nervous, but, when he hit me and asked me, I said, what kind of call is it? And he was just like, it's kind of like what we call like a no fluff call where you just pretty much be yourself and tell your story, whatever's on your heart. I was like, whew, thank you. Because, you guys, before Herbalife, I pretty much came from a background of just being who I am and do what you got to do and stand on what you got to stand on and just be yourself. I'm from the South. I'm from North Carolina, so I'm very country. So I've always had this little insecurity about the way I sound, especially being out here. So I'm like slow to speak. But when he told me that it was one of those calls, I was like, all right. I was like, because I haven't perfected the whole Herbalife professional thing yet. So if I can be myself, like, sure thing. So you guys, I'm going to jump right into it. Before Herbalife, I like I said, I'm from North Carolina. I came here about 4 years ago. And just like the average person, just come to California just to try to figure out life. I went to makeup school, started working in the industry, dealing in fashion and stuff like that, and just trying to figure it out, man. Just like it's like anybody, just trying to figure it out, searching for opportunity. And about 2014, the end of 2014, I met my mentor. I met John, and I met him on social media, and I'm on Instagram, your average Instagram girl, trying to see if she was going to be one of those girls that do the fitness thing, hold the fit camps, like, y'all know, like, just trying to figure it out. Like, didn't have no intention, just posting videos. I'm getting fit. I'm working out. I'm losing weight, just hoping that something will pop off, right? Not knowing that nothing was not going to come from that. I created a little small following, and people started to reach out to me and ask me, like, can you help me? Can you help me? And I would always be like, yeah, just hold on. I got something for you. You guys, I didn't have nothing for them. I just was like, man, like, I need to do something. Like, I need to do something. And I was just trying to figure it out. And I met John. And, first thing first, I never really heard of Herbalife. Because I was following him for like a year or so. And him and another girl was probably the only people that I knew who did Herbalife. And he reached out to me. He said, I see what you're doing, but exactly what are you doing? And I was like, shoot, to be honest with you, I don't know. Like, I really don't know. I'm just trying to figure this thing out. And he was like, I would love, to introduce you to Herbalife and introduce you to the products. And I was like, nah, like, I ain't really studying no shake like that. I can't see no shake helping nobody, like, I was like, just ignorant. Like, I like to eat. Like you can't possibly drink no shakes. Like, I was just one of those ones. And he said, you know what? He said, if you don't like it, fine. If you do, that's still fine. You ain't ever got to tell nobody. And you guys, like, I remember being in a bad space at the time. And I just remember saying, okay, I'll try it. And I tried it. In like 2 weeks, I lost 7 pounds. But I wasn't really fired up about the weight because I had already had my own personal weight loss journey. I was really fired up more so about like how I felt. He had introduced me to personal development. Nobody never introduced me to that kind of stuff. I had like this crazy energy. So I was no longer the girl who was on Instagram front and going to the gym like, yeah, I'm getting it in. I was literally the girl who going to the gym like, man, I'm getting it in. So, I was like, I was like, man, like people always ask, can you help me? And, like I used to be on Twitter, like really, really heavy. And I used to tweet every morning, man, like I want to do what I love and somehow get paid for it. Like I went and dug those tweets up not too long ago. And I used to literally like text that tweet it out into the world every morning. Like, man, I just want to do what I love and somehow get paid for it. You guys, before Herbalife, I was working in the industry and I was working around my cousins and they was working with like big time celebrities. And if I can remember one incident in particular, I think it was Puff House at the time. We was at Puff House and one of my homegirls, we was at his house and it was the people that was styling the department or whatever. And I just remember like sitting around like all these people with money, like dude, like they got it, right? And we just sitting around. I'm like looking at all these people have a great time. And I remember leaving, and I remember looking at my friends saying, yo, I'm not okay with that. Like, I'm not okay with being the person, being around the people with the money, and I don't have it. Like, I'm not okay with that. And I just remember her saying, well, Meeks, like, we can get it. And I was like, how? You know what I mean? I'm like, how? Like, you, because she write for Disney. I'm like, I sell hair. Hell, I'll do a little fashion clothes. I'm like, how can I make six figures? Like, how can I be the girl who make over $15,000, $16,000, $17,000 a month on my own and nobody give it to me? I'm like, how can I be that person? She was like, I don't know, but we got to figure it out. You guys, when I tell you I found it, I found it. I found it. I finally found the opportunity of a lifetime. I've been searching for my whole entire life. Like, I found it. You know, and I'm so excited about even doing this phone call because he said like 90% of, you know, his team is women. Man, listen, to me, we run the world. So I'm just going to keep it way 100 with you. Like, when I see these dudes as president's team members, I'm like, why we can't be up there? Like, it don't make sense. We're powerful. Why we can't be up there? So when I see that, I'm like, what is it? Like, why we don't see more of us? Like, why we don't see more women? And it don't really matter about a color. I just want to know, like, why we don't see more of us? And I'm so, and I have such an emotion attached to it because, you guys, when I found it and when I realized this was the opportunity, I asked my mentor, I said, listen, I just need to know one thing. I just need to know, do you got me on this? And he said, I got you. He said, Meeks, the only thing that can get in your way is you. He said, you will be the only person that can get in your way. You guys, I started doing Herbalife really February of last year. I started doing, I signed up for my membership in December. And I remembered like just getting like 11 girls, getting like 11 clients and investing everything into them. And when he told me, he said, you will be the only person that can get in your way. He will show me these things that I can have. And he will be like, you can have these things. However, right? You will be the only person that can get in your way. And I said, okay, bet. So what did I do? I started to write down all the things that would possibly get in my way, from social media, even my best friend, like even her, I wrote her name down. Our family members, I wrote all their names down. Like, I was like, all right, Tomica, I want to create a schedule for you. Like, I want to create something for you that you can do and that you can go by. And I want you to write down all the things that can get in your way. You guys, I literally wrote down everything from Instagram to Facebook. Like, I wrote everything down. And I was like, I'm going to make sure I sharpen myself. You guys, every day I get up, I listen to personal development. I go to the gym. I come in and I clock into Herbalife. I literally make Herbalife my job. You know why? When people are working a 9 to 5, for some reason, people respect you. But when you work for yourself, people don't respect you, right? So how many times have you was about to call somebody, but you said, oh, they at work. Wait till she get off. Call her when she get off, right? But when you tell them you work for yourself, oh, they don't respect you. They call you anytime. They gossip. They want to talk about the latest news that's going on Instagram or whatever. They don't really care. But if you had a job, they wouldn't call you. So I said, all right, I know what I do. I'm going to treat Herbalife like a full-time job. You guys, I lie to you not. After I leave the gym every day, and I've been doing this now for a year and a half, I come home and I clock into Herbalife, right? When people say they do Herbalife, yeah, they do Herbalife. But when I say I do it, I do it. I do it. And then at a certain time, I clock out. Because I do have a 16-year-old. I clock out, but I make it my best to clock in and to clock out. So, you know, like I said, I wrote down some of the things that get in my way. I even told my best friend, I said, listen, check this out. I said, we friends, right? She said, yeah. I said, you can't call me till after 6 o'clock. She like, what? I'm like, you cannot call me till after 6 o'clock. So much so to this day, she'll hit me up and be like, is it 6 o'clock? Yeah, I need to talk to you. I'd be like, wait. But I made that commitment to myself. I did that for me. Because I know what it's like to get jammed up. I know what it's like for somebody to be hitting you up saying, hey, look at this. And before you know it, you done spend an hour on talking about something that don't have no meaning to it. I know what it's like. So I wrote down these things and I actually did it. And to this day, I still do it. I still do it. So when people say, hey, what's your secret? You guys, I promise, I don't have a secret. I don't have a secret. I don't have if you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it'll happen for you. Like, how easy would it be if somebody say, hey, Tomica, what's your secret? You can just like put it in a can and sell it to them. Or you can put it in a can and give it to them. I don't have a secret. I'm just super, super consistent. And I don't have no attachments. And when I say no attachments, I don't have no attachments to people who don't want what I want. I don't have no attachments to people who don't want what I want. I just don't. I don't. I love you. I love you. God knows I love you, but I don't have no attachment to that. Because why? I've been attached for so long to other things and it drove me other places. So I don't have no attachment to that. So I'm just saying all this to say to you guys, like, when he asked me to do the call, you know, I asked him, I said, where are you at in your org? And he told me, and I was like, you know, and I thought about it, you know, I don't really know dude like that. I don't really know Sheriff like that. Like I see him at STS, like I see him, you know, at certain places. And I look at him as like a powerful dude. And I'm like, yo, I was like, you know, you're supposed to be press team, right? And he'll tell you, and he was like, yeah. I was like, dude, like, no, I'm serious. You're supposed to be press team. You have a press team mentality. You have a press team thought process. Like your talk got to match. The talk is already there. It's just got to match. It's got to catch up. I'm like, you hitting your meal cut, but you can't stop there. If he stops at meal cut, what does that mean for you guys? What does that mean for you? If you plan on going get 2.5 get meal team, he can't stop at meal team. It don't make sense. It don't make sense, you guys. It don't make sense. So, you know, I'm probably rambling because I'm nervous as all outdoors, but I'm just being me. I'm just being my authentic self, you guys. Like, I didn't come from, Herbalife ain't find me in the slums. You know, I used to be scared to share my story because I would hear all these other stories where people would be like, I didn't have, or, you know, I slept here, I slept there. And I used to tell John, and I used to say, dude, like, do I got to go scramble up a story like that? Right? And I said, because that's not my story. I know what money is. I know what it's like. All my girls on my team, you guys, are nurses. I got 2 doctorates. I got social workers. I got people who is okay with their career. But we all got one thing in common. We all want to be a part of something. We all want to be a part of something. And sometimes you guys, like, when you're reaching out to people and you're trying to get clients, sometimes we try to look for that client who we think may need it because they need it for the money. No, that's not always the case. I promise you that's not always the case. Herbalife don't find everybody in a bad situation, but you don't know where they at mental. You don't know what space they in physically. You don't know where they at spiritually. And you just never know where they at. So you can't say who will do it and who won't do it. So, I'm so excited. You know, I got an amazing team. I got an amazing team of women, you know, and all they want is what they want. And all I'm here to do is give them what they told me they want. That's it. That's it. That's it. I'm looking at this phone, you guys. I'm nervous as all outdoors. I got it on Sheriff, so I can only see him because he always smiles. But you guys, I'm telling you.
You're doing
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
You're doing incredible. I'm so proud of you. This does definitely not look like your third call. I mean, that's definitely the person that I see when I see at the STS or at the trainings, mega. And really, like I said, I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit of perspective, okay? Anyone that's new or anyone that's been around, literally about 6 months ago, maybe like October. What is it? October or November? And she was going for her cuts of like active world team, guys. Like, this is just in perspective. Anything can happen so fast if you really just put your mind and your work and your action into it. Because not long ago, this woman was like, I'm global expansion team, right? And this is a girl that's like fired up and is trying to go up to the next level. And I'm over here giving her some mentorship, okay? And within 6 months or so, she not only went to her get cuts, then went to her 2.5 cuts, and now we are literally going to the milk cuts together. Like, I only have 1 cut ahead of her, which is incredible. We're still gonna make this, but this is just to give you a perspective of how people can grow. A lot of people will tell you, oh, Herbalife is a pyramid scheme or whatever. You can have someone tomorrow, and if you don't pay attention, that person can actually pass you, can actually go beyond wherever you are in time, like in a very like small amount of time. So I'm very excited about, you know, her, and it's really a good story that you just shared about yourself, how, you know, you didn't necessarily come from like, you know, the slums or, you know, some of the stories that we hear, but it's just like you still feel like you're becoming a different person, you know. So, you know, if you don't mind, like just let us know a little bit of like, what is it that drives you? Like what is your take on, like, for example, if you heard that, you know, you need to make your 2,500 volume points cut per month, what is your take on that?
So let me just give you a little bit of background, like how I do operate. That 2,500 was never a conversation. And I'm just going to keep it way 100 with you guys. 2,500 was never a conversation. You know, whenever I started doing this, I didn't know anything about 2,500. Can I just tell you that? I was never taught 2,500. So when I started, let me tell you when I would hear 2,500, when I would go to the STS and I would say, John, what is 2,500? And he would say, don't worry about it, right? So it was never a conversation. But I will say this for people who do 2,500 and just be like, I'm good. Or you'll get people who be like, well, I'm world team. I don't have a team yet to actually build to get the active world team. So I'm just going to do 2,500. I'm just going to chill. I'm going to relax. Let me tell you something. Whatever you do, your team will do a degree from it. So if you're doing 2,500, please believe me, your team is going to do probably about a good 6, 7, 800, right? I want y'all to realize that, right? The speed of the leader determines the rate of the pack. And it's so real and it's so true. It's so real. It's so true. Like the speed of the leader determines the rate of the pack. If you do 10K, more than likely your team is going to do about 7,500, right? Me personally, you guys, like for the last 3 months, I've been doing over 20,000 volume points. Last month I did 28,000. The month before I did 28,000. This month right now I'm at 47,000 volume points, right? And I'm there because you guys, like, it's not about me, right? I have an amazing presence team member who I love dearly. And what better way to thank the person that changed your life, right? What better way to thank the person that introduced you to like the opportunity of a lifetime? Like what better way to do that, right? Than to push for him. So you guys, like when you're doing this 2,500, just know that, yeah, it's okay, but you always want to push more. Because guess what? It's so much that goes on inside of that. Like you got, like who don't want to sit VIP every month? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? I've always said VIP. You know why? Because my taste buds has always been VIP. I've always had amazing taste buds. I like nice stuff. It is what it is. I like nice stuff. So whenever you say I'm doing 2,500, you're just saying, that's all I'm worth. That's all I got, 2,500, take it. What are you doing it for? What are you doing it for? Like, really, like, what are you doing it for? Like, you say you want this opportunity. You say you want to feed your kids. You say you want to quit your job. 2,500 ain't going to do it. It's not going to cut it. So, you know, as of today, like all my girls, like 5K, it's a 5K active. And then they still complaining. They still like, I need 7,500. So when you think like that, right, it just is what it is.
Powerful, powerful. Now, I think I missed the part that you said, what's your current volume right now for the month of April?
So far, it's a little over 47,000.
No, the month of April.
Oh, April. I'm 28.
Oh, my goodness. So this is...
No, April, right? What we in?
Yes.
April, 47,000 so far, right now, a little over 47.
Yo, you guys understand that where you see that unaudited volume, this woman is right now currently seeing 47,000 volume points. That is mind-blowing, okay? So that's really something not typical. Now, what in the world, like, it sounds like you need, like, what, 40 hours a day to do 40, like, what do you do? That's like...
You know what? So you would think, right? But I just told you, like, it's so funny because one of my RNs, I was doing a 5K post, and she's a full-time RN. I got, like, one of them on the line right now. She's an RN, too. So I can't say, what are you doing full time, right? It's no excuses, you guys. Every month, I write down my goals and I put them out in the universe, right? I don't know if some of you guys follow me on Snapchat, but I love Snapchat. And every month, you know, I write a set of goals out, and every week, right? You gotta have something to aim for, right? You gotta have something to aim for. And every week I write down what I want to do, right? Every month I write down what I want to do. So what I do is every month I focus on 3 frontline supervisors, right? I am going to have 3 frontline supervisors. So I frontline ever since October, I've been frontlining 3 to 4 frontline supervisors. And it's so duplicatable the way we do it, because all we do is we just pretty much tell the people, like, so let me just back it up. Let me give you guys a little something. Let me back it up from getting members to getting people to do the business with you, right? Here's what I want y'all to get. When you meet people, you got to accept the fact that everybody's just not going to do the business, right? You got to accept that fact. You got to just say, all right, I'm cool with it. But what can I do to keep them ordering? What can I do to make sure they're getting results, right? What can I do to make sure that the outcome is going to automatically bring me the income, right? What can I do as a coach? Because at the end of the day, we are wellness coaches, right? So the conversation normally starts off, hey, you know, Sheriff, you know, I'm going to put you on this amazing program. It's a 350, 450 program, but here's what's going to happen, right? People love action steps. This is what I realized too. People love action steps. And me and my girls, I kind of have a relentless mindset. Like, I'm like, listen, you come to me, you getting a membership. It just is what it is. You're getting a membership. I was looking at my rolling HMPs just a minute ago. I've signed up so far between me and my front line. We've signed up 112 people this month. 112 people this month. You know why? Because that's what we teach. It's like, if I'm going to help you, why wouldn't you have a membership, right? And I'm okay if you're not going to do the business. However, I'm going to make sure you get these results so you can love the products and you can keep ordering. But you got to be okay with that. Some of us, you know, we get attached and we be like, man, like, I thought they was going to do it with me. So we get our feelings attached to it. And because you know, how many clients have you got? And your clients be like, I'm ready to rock. I'm going to go with you. I'm going to do it. And next thing you know, you don't hear nothing from them. I advise you right now, take your attachments away. No, it's no attachments. Not literally, but it's no attachments. I love you, but I can't be attached to what you don't want. So the moment that we release that no attachment, I promise you, it's only one way to go, and that's up. I'm telling you, but it's got to be you. It's got to be you. You got to be the person that's like, this is it. This is how it's going to happen, and this is how it's going down. And people will follow you. I was telling somebody earlier, I was like, man, listen, you got to feed what's inside of people. But Les Brown said, even a dog will follow you if you feed them. So you got to feed what's inside of people. So when you guys have this team, feed them. Feed what's inside of them.
Perfect. That's so dope. That is super powerful. Let's see, because I have so many questions, but I know probably, like, let me just see if any one of you have a specific question, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and then ask, because getting a lot of nuggets here.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, go ahead.
Tomica,
yes.
Thank you very much. Like you said, we only meet at event and we dance, we party. It's the very first time I see you that serious and getting what is really deep into your heart. Now, like, you're doing super amazing, crazy stuff happening with your business. And one of the most most difficult part that I've noticed is how to get my team together to share the same vision, because that is, once we have the same vision and we're on the same mission, it's going to be a lot easier. But how are you able, in such a small amount of time, be able to gather your team, your nurses, your doctors, and everybody to be on that same boat with you to rock those 5K, that mindset? How are you able to do that with your team, to share that vision with them, for them to rock on it with you and just go?
So let me just say this, right? it's almost like a lens, a focus, right? You ever look at a lens and it's blurry? When you go in and out, it's blurry, and then you go in and out, and then if you go in, you focus, right? Just for starters, I'm a visual person, so when I talk like this, y'all gotta excuse me, but I'm very visual. But just think about when you're looking at something and you can't really see it, but if you be still, you see it, it's clear. You have to create a focus that everybody can follow. You have to create a focus that everybody can follow. If you don't got no focus, Zach, they not gonna follow you because they like, I think I see him. I don't really know. Well, he over there. Like, I don't really know. You gotta have a focus and it's gotta be clear. So when you're talking to these people, right, unattach yourself if they don't want to go with you. You don't want to go? Perfect. I love you. You want to go? Come on. You want to go? Come on. You don't want to go? It's fine. But you gotta detach yourself from people that don't want to go with you. But the ones that want to go with you, create a focus. I'll give you an example. Going into these next 90 days, I was on my way to church and I was like, wow, we just ended these last 90 days. I was like, as a team, like we got to figure out something. I was like, we got to come up with something. We have to figure out something. Like we have to create a focus. And I remember it was on a Sunday and I was going to church and I go to church every Sunday and I pray. Like I'm a believer in that. And I was on my way home and I said, God, talk to me. I need to create something for my team to go off of the next 90 days. And I remember coming home and I was like, boom, I got it. I was like, you guys jump on a Zoom call, right? Boom, we all jump on a Zoom call. I was like, y'all, I need to get this out in the universe for y'all to feel it. I was like, let's create a challenge. And let's just call it the Sweet Summer 16. Or let's call it the Sweet Summer, let's call it something. I was like, I just want to put this out, right? So here I am creating the focus that everybody can follow, right? And I'm like, here's the deal. When we do this, we got to stand on it. And when I say stand on it, you got to stand on it. You guys, you can't say, I'm going to do Herbalife today and then tomorrow take a day off, right? You can't say, I'm going to check on my clients today, but for the next 2 days, I ain't going to really check on them because I don't feel like it because of personal issues. You got to create a focus that everybody that can follow, and you got to stick to it. You got to stick to it. So with this challenge that we have, we created it, and it's just, massive people coming from out of nowhere. But how we stick with it, how we stay on it, we run it week by week like a commercial. Week 1, week 2, and we're not deviating away from it until the 90 days is up. Herbalife got a history of creating something, not Herbalife, but the people. Like, you will see a challenge, and then you don't see it no more. Like the 90 to get you challenge, all that. How many of y'all, like, keep it real, how many of y'all saw it? And then, like, after a couple weeks, you ain't see it no more. Like, raise your hand, like, keep it real. How many of y'all saw it? And then you didn't see it no more. Guess what we did? Embrace Nation. We stuck with that shit. I was like, check this out. We not leaving away from it. You know why? Because I know me, and I can't be the only person in the world that's like this. When I see a person all over the place, or when I see a person starting something stopping, I don't go that way. So that's how it went from active world team to get cut to 2.5 to this meal cut. Because we've always kept the focus and we never, it was almost like a pound. Like, we not deviating away from this, and we don't. We move together. It's one direction. We move together. So to get that togetherness and to get that us factors that, you got to focus on the people who want to go. The ones who don't want to go, man, listen. Find the people who want to go. And it's no attachment. I remember when John first told me, because when I first started, I had like all these girls. And I had all these girls who was like, I'm with you, I'm down. Like, we embrace fitness. We ain't going nowhere. It was about 40 of them. I probably got about 6 of them. Do I love them? Yes, I love them. Am I attached to them? No, I'm not attached to them. For what? I found the ones who want to go with me. But I could have gave up and I could have said, man, I just found the ones who wanted to go with me. That's it.
Whoa, that was super dope, super dope. And as far as PD, as a female, as a female, as far as PD, what will empower you and drive you and make you like go the way you're going? PD, what advice would you give or would you want me to give my team and all the ladies on this team, on this call?
You know what, Zach? I'm a God-fearing woman. I'm just going to keep away 100. I'm a Bible study type of girl. I go to church on Sundays. Like, for real, listen, like, I'm serious. I like, seriously. Like, man, and people probably know me from the whole Committed Hearts. I heard a sermon, and it changed my whole entire life. And it was a woman. Her son is normally the preacher, but he left. And she said, you know, God only responds to the committed hearts. Right? Because sometimes we'll have it here, but we don't have it here. Sometimes we'll have it here, but we don't have it here. And I always say, when you can get these two people right here to go together and work together, man, it's powerful. Because then you believe in yourself. You believe that it worked. And he knows when, like, God knows when we just like taking action steps and we don't really have it in our heart. Man, he knows. He knows. As y'all would say, Allah, like God, like he knows. He knows when like you just saying, oh, I'm doing it, but you don't really have it here. I promise you he knows. But when you get fully committed, he's like, my girl, I got you. I got you. So I'm just saying, like, committed hearts only. And I say it all the time because it's the truth. It's the faith. Not only is the faith, it's the action. God, y'all already know the book we read. Faith without action is dead.
Powerful, powerful, powerful. I love it. If I can jump into that about faith, because that's how I roll as well. Because do PD. PD, by the way, for those who do not know, PD is personal development. It's really the set of actions that we take to really set our minds together. Very, very important, because we talk about 20% the workout part, 80% the nutrition, but 100% of it is the mindset. And that is something that we control through consistent personal development that we do to become a better version of ourselves. So I do love that fact that faith to me is also my rock. That's my center. You will hear a lot in PD about the vibration and the universe and the universe attraction and all that. But we believe in the creator of the universe. All right. So the creator of all that attraction and energy. So I'm very, very happy about that. Now, let's see. Is anybody else has anything else to add? Because guys, this is hot. And anyone else has anything that's been maybe like a question or something? And just give me 2 seconds. I want to really like because I know some people. We have very new people on this call, and I want you guys to know what it's like when we talk about active world team, global expansion team, and millionaire team. Just to put in perspective, you can go all the way to world team by doing, let's say, 2,500 4 months in a row, or by doing 10,000 in 1 month, or by having a team of supervisors who do 10,000 volume points in 1 month. But then after world team, that's it. You cannot go any further by yourself. You need a team. Now, having a team means you need a set of people who you have given this blessing to. You've trained them to do the same thing that you're doing on a daily basis to a point where they can generate volume points. Volume points is the currency we have in this company that's in over 90 countries, okay? So we call it volume points. And active world team is someone who has at least a team that generates that 10,000 volume points in 1 month. So Tomica over the past few months has done the active world team cut. Then the next cut is called the global expansion team. Global expansion team, just like it sounds, that means you are starting to have a globally massive team of people who are generating over $20,000 in sales of shakes, teas, and vitamins in 1 calendar month. But the company says it's beautiful, but you don't do it just one time. Consistency is key. You have to do it 3 times in a row. You don't just hit and miss like that. No, you have to show that you're doing something consistently. So for the qualification, it takes 3 months to do 20,000 volume points, just your team, to get it 3 times in a row. Then she did that. Then the next level is called the 2.5, 2,500, global expansion team. And for that one, guys, that means that your team has to generate a massive $50,000 in sales in a calendar month, 30 days. Then you do it, but it's not enough. The company says you have to show me that you're consistent, you and all your people. So she did it as well. And as she was cutting the first time, 50,000, second 50,000, this is the third cut. She went to the next level, which is called the millionaire team. I'm just trying to break it down so people get the perspective of how massive the increase has been. And this company has been created to just work just like that. I promise you, it is designed to work just like that, because if we duplicate things the way we're supposed to duplicate them, they don't just double. It gets to a point where they quadruple. It gets to a point where they multiply by 10. It's called an exponential growth. So it goes from 10K, then they ask you to do 20K, then for the big one, they ask you to do 80K. From global expansion team to millionaire team is 80,000 volume points, meaning $80,000 in sales in a calendar month. As of right now, what is your org? I'm just because we literally like getting close to the 80,000 mark, guys. Our team Diamond, congratulations for that. But then, what is your current of like about right now? Where you guys are?
We at 98 right now.
98,000 on her first cut of millionaire team, guys. You guys have to give it up for her and her incredible team, because that is this is Tomica. Yes, so this is like very, very great, because it's not every day you get a chance to have an example of what is possible out there. All right, and there is no magic, there is nothing. This is just work. It's just work. Like Garen Jones always says, he's running right now. He wanted to jump on the call, but this just work. Garen always says, this is not a net wish company. This is not a net hope company. It is a net work marketing company, marketing, like network marketing. So that's what it is. And I'm so excited about that. So I'm going to open it up for another question. If anybody wants to ask something specific, or just let's go.
I have a question. Lillian here.
Lillian, go ahead, Lillian.
I just want to thank you for sharing your story, because you have just inspired me to the maximum. So thank you very much. I am also a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
So I have two questions. My first question is, how have you brought it up to nurses, and how have you attracted nurses? And then my second question is, you mentioned that people that you choose to work with, you require that they're members, not just clients. How does that conversation go, please?
So let me answer the first one, because so when I first started, I was just like what they say, ignorance on fire. So I just remember like not knowing what I was doing. I remember hitting supervisor, and I remember that 50%, right? So I was like literally retailing my ass off. Like March, I think I retailed 13,000, and then like April, like 14. And then my mentor, he let me do this, right? Like he purposely showed me like how good it felt with retailing. What they say, master results first, and then retailing. So I remember retailing a lot. But then I remember the day he said to me, okay, now we gotta sign these people up. And Lillian, when I say it didn't feel good, I was like, wait, I got to go back and sign these people up? He was like, yeah, because we're building a business, right? I remember how it felt. And I was just like, ooh, one thing for sure. Two things is, listen, I do not feel like I'm not a salesman. So I don't want to have to redo that again. Mm-hmm. So I did. I went back, and all those people that I retailed to, I signed them up. So I'm one of these kind of girls. Let's figure out how we can make this thing easy. So I said, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to perfect a conversation. I'm going to perfect the whole client/member sign up in the very beginning. And it's very duplicatable if you want to write it down, because all my girls do it. That's why we're over like I said, we got 112 people signed up. But what I do is when I get somebody on a nutrition program, and about 2, I'm going to go ahead and get you a membership. So that way you don't have to depend on me, right? Do you hear the switch?
Yep.
Do you hear the switch? So
Yes.
that's the switch. That's the switch. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you this copy and paste. So if you choose to get it before a week and a half, 2 weeks, it's already there. So what am I showing her? I'm showing them like, oh, wow. And she's not greedy. And she's not trying to retail off of me. Wow. Right? So I want you to get the switch.
Yeah.
Get the switch. And I remember like really becoming really, really good at it. And I just teach the girls that, and they do the same thing. Because, I mean, you know, you get someone on a membership, y'all know how people is. They lose a little weight and they be like, I'm good, I can go back. You know? And I'm like, nah, because you may not do the business. You may not do the business, but one thing you're going to do, you're going to love these products and you're going to get a membership and you're going to always order. I'm okay with that. So that also protects your volume. You get what I'm saying? That also protects your volume. So I will say that. And in terms of nurses, man, you guys have it good. You guys do the most for people and don't get nothing done for y'all. I'm telling you, like my nurse is on the line right now. Her name is Keisha. She's an RN. I mean, you know, and nurses to me are really attractive because they do the most for people, but nobody really do nothing for y'all. And it's that kind of conversation. It's that kind of conversation that I have with the nurses. And I don't know, man, I have no idea, but I do have a lot of nurses and they are RNs. So, you know, it's more so that kind of conversation.
Gotcha. Thank you.
No problem. Anybody else got anything to ask?
Hi, Tomica. It's Aja. How are you?
I'm awesome.
Thank you so much for taking the time to do the call. I know that you mentioned earlier, you know, you go to the gym, you know, you turn your phone off, but what does your DMO look like? After you come back, you turn that phone off. What does your DMO look like?
So here's what happened. Because I have a whole team of girls, I normally get up in the morning, I listen to my personal development, I go to the gym, and I come home and I clock into Herbalife. Because what we do now show up in 90 days, actually, to be honest with you, I have not got any clients off social media probably within the last 8 months. So I want y'all to really get that what we do now show up in 90 days, it's really real. Not only that, I have gotten clients, but it wasn't, hey, try me, if that makes sense. It was more so like, hey, remember this? Or it's more so like, yo, it look hella attractive over there. What y'all doing? Can I join? So I will say, when you keep it attractive looking, people are more likely to join you. Like, you know, like you got a team of women, everybody winning. You got people, you popping supervisors, you popping senior consultants. I mean, you got to look at the people who just like on the sideline looking like, should I jump in? Should I reach out? But then when they start to see this stuff and the way it look, they like, oh man, they make it look easy. Like my girl that's on the line who's in her first cut of gas, she'll tell you. People ask us like, how you do it so fast? And she say, Tomica made it seem so easy. I just thought it was something to do. So I will say, like, keep it looking attractive. Like, celebrate your people. Always celebrate your people. I don't care what it is. You always want to celebrate your people because when you make it look like that, people will just be like, hey. And also, too, like, qualify for these vacations. Dude, like, when I qualified for Utah, I didn't even go in because I'm still learning the whole, like, post this, you get this, because I'm not like a bragger. I've never been that kind of person. But I probably posted a couple pictures. When I got back, it was crazy. It was like, I want that. So, like, when you qualify for these vacations or qualify for this certain stuff, you start to go for it, keep it looking attractive. Like, people will just flock to you. You know what they say, success is to be attracted, not you know the saying. So, yeah, I would say that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing. I think, man, this is just so amazing. We have literally about 6 minutes, but I want to know one more. Like, first, anybody else has any question? One more question, anybody? Going once, going twice. Yo. All right. So this is the thing, man. Like the whole notion, I love how she talks about like the notion of signing up people. This is something that I definitely know that I had that in common with you, especially in the very beginning. They used to literally celebrate and reward the top sponsor of the region. Okay, so there was something called the top sponsor. They even have the pin. They'll give you the pin for top sponsor. And I always remember having that literally like that same mentality that I can have a client that's paying a full retail plan for 1 month, 2 months, and then start getting results and then just be like, nowhere to be found. But then there's no connection. They can just go on and disappear for 6 months and then eventually meet another person from Herbalife and maybe get a membership from them. So immediately I said, you know what? No, we don't put people in contracts, but by offering as soon as possible the power of buying, like some kind of a membership, or you can call it like a certificate of Herbalife, a VIP member, however nice you can say it, depending on the people, it almost creates that sort of a contract, which is like, if they want to be like okay with the way they look right now and want to take a break of 1, 2, 3 months, 4 months later they want to come back to Herbalife, well, they already have an account. So that could just generate those wholesale points that's going to come. So I'm very excited about that. And I really want to just go with that conversation with the whole team as to how to really, propose to them that what would be like the languaging basically. Like
how about a lot of time everything we do is languaging. Mm-hmm. I remember, like I said, it's so crazy because LDW, the year just came up, and I remember being at LDW last year, and I really didn't know what was going on at the time. I just was there with John, and I didn't even have my first supervisor, you guys, and it's just hit a year. I didn't even have a supervisor, and when I did get my first supervisor, I remember just having her and maybe a couple of senior consultants, but I had hella members. But I remember John saying, "Meeks, your language got to change." And I just remember saying, like, man, like, dude, like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. And languaging was everything. And I stopped saying, I want to. And I stopped saying, do you want to? Or can you see this? I stopped using those words. And I started saying, this is what's going to happen. Here's where we're going. We about to hit Active World Team. And it was just a language switch. But a lot of times, you guys, to be honest with you, things get in our way. And what I want y'all to get is, when things get in your way, you got to really stand clear on your vision. You got to really stand clear on what you really, really want. And the reason why I say that is because the opponent shows up. And it's how we deal with it, man. Like, it's been so many things that has happened. It's been so many things that has happened to me. Like, I lie to you not, but I've never acknowledged not one of them. Because I said, that's just that thing. That's just the opponent. It's going to keep showing up. Either I acknowledge it and get back into a bad space, or either I just say, all right, that's that thing again, and keep on going. But what I want y'all to know is, like, your walk may be different. Your walk may be different. Aja walk may be different in April. John tells us all the time, Aja may do hurdles. April, you may do sprints. Your walk may be different. And that's what people got to get. And that's what people got to understand. Like, when you're doing this, like, your walk don't look like everybody walk. It just is what it is. So yes, it's languaging. Yes, it's, like, not getting in your way. Or when you got personal things going on and you don't feel like doing Herbalife because whatever, something personal going on. Like, you cannot get in your way. So yes, I would definitely say that. I would definitely say that.
Yeah, perfect. I think, Zach, you want to add something real quick? If I just...
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned having a lot of nurses, doctors, and all that. And this town, LA, it's full of entertainment, actress, model, and all that. Do you have some of them in your roster? And how are you able to cope with them, or how are you able to, like, guide them so they can manage the acting life, the auditions, the job, and Herbalife, if you have any in your roster?
You know what, Zach? You see this kitchen? I built my business from this kitchen table. I have nobody here in California. I have nobody. I got my first girl the other day in LA. My first girl, I got one girl. Well, she signed up maybe like 4 weeks ago. I built my business in my kitchen, remote. That's why I sit my butt down and I just do Herbalife. So I don't have like, man, I dealt in that world. Them people, the hardest people to get, because they already got it and they ain't gonna want to pay for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I've dealt in that world before, but like I don't everybody that I get is remote. I have a team in like Texas. I got a bomb team in Vegas. I got my North Carolina. I got Germany now. Like, and all it is just being consistent and having faith that God will make this thing happen for you and standing clear on it. Like no matter what. No matter what.
That's powerful. That's powerful. I love that because I was invited yesterday to a team call, and actually faith is one thing that I really touch upon as well, because a lot of time you'll hear people saying, for example, fake it till you make it. Okay. And we learned that it's actually faith it till you make it. Really believe that it's going to be there before it's there, so that you got to believe until you see it. And when you see it, keep on building. I love how you did that switch in the verbing and in the talk, the way you speak, because it's massive difference when you say, oh, do you want us to do this? Or we are going there. Like we are going there. And I shared on this team call yesterday that this is my personal experience. I'm going to tell you guys this much. My analogy about this business, as of like almost more than 3.5 years ago, it's been that we are all in this boat. And then in the boat, there are people who are rowing hard, so the boat keeps going to places. And then there are those people who are just sitting in the boat, just like in a banana boat or something, just chilling. And then everybody's like rowing, some of them rowing and some just chilling. And that used to create so much frustration to me, because I believe in leading from the front. I believe in going for it. I believe in not staying at the same place too long. I believe in progress and success. So as of not long ago, I said, you know what? From hearing from different places, I was like, listen, it's true. Not everybody's in the boat. Why am I letting these people be in my boat? So then it became more like this ship, and I spoke with Aja about it. He kind of made it another beautiful vision of it. He's like, no, stop talking about these people on your boat. They're not on the boat. They're not doing nothing, so don't let them in the boat. So then it started to be a vision where it's a ship. And in this ship, you start telling people, are you in or are you out? Because we're going places. You can stay right there. I've always had this thing about zero, guys. I know some of the people in the team know that about me. I'm allergic to zero. I'm sorry. And it's always going to be this way. It just irks me because I don't want to have any of my accounts be at zero. So even if I have to do something for my own account and put something in it, it will reflect something, but never zero. So I've always had this thing, because zero to me, every single one over the past 3.5 years that disappeared from accumulating enough zeros. I promise you, it is the number one killer of your business. So this faith thing is like really, really, really dope, because of my belief level, which have increased massively, and not just mine, but with the team. It's been just incredible, the growth that we've experienced just from a shift in the belief, because we are capable. I promise you, logically, I've seen that, we are right now doing numbers that I couldn't even imagine. I promise you. And it's been just incredible to be able to do that, and then let some of the team members do numbers themselves that they couldn't even imagine. So I'm really, really, really excited about that, the faith aspect of it. What else can I touch upon? Like, this is just powerful. I mean, this is the end of the month, guys. Push for the most. I love your perspective on the 2,500. I love how you just never knew about that. And Garen always used to say that 2,500 is the minimum wage of supervisors. So why would you even accept to be in a minimum wage? And it's just really an idea. It's like an ideal. It's a philosophy. Just refuse to be at the bare minimum, and know that from the very beginning, and you yourself will pull yourself higher as much as possible. this is just really, really, really incredible, guys. I mean, thank you so much, Tomica. Like, I'm so happy that you shared so much. I had like, I'm so excited, like, that, some of this, we got this on the recording, so I'm gonna, give you the link, and absolutely, this is great. I mean, amazing. So let's see. I usually kind of close it out with personal development. I'm so high right now. I'm telling you guys, like, literally, I'm so proud of my team, more so than ever before. If you were to tell me just as a few months ago that the team that I have right now is doing $80,000 in sales in 1 month, I would tell you you're crazy, because I would be looking at the numbers for years, and I'm like, oh my God, when is it going to happen to me? When am I going to have this beast in my team? But in fact, it's not about that. It's just about every single individual increasing their level of belief. We are so lucky to have one of the most incredible team, guys. We have one of the craziest prize team member that is my sponsor. The guy literally used to live in his car. Yesterday, we were in his balcony at 11th floor of this incredible building in Santa Monica. The same dude that I know for so many years, all right? And he's right there. He's right there. He's real. As a matter of fact, he's in this call. I don't know. I know he's running, but can you say something, Mr. Garrett Jones, the myth?
Hey, what's up? What's up, Street? I'm on my 14th mile. I was supposed to do 10, so I'm just going to run 22 miles because I can. What's up, everybody? I was unfortunate, didn't get to get on the call and be blessed by Tomica's greatness and what she has to share being a vessel. But what I do know, as I see everybody's numbers, I see numbers. And when I see numbers go up, it's all tied to your mentality. So I just want to say I'm proud of each and every one of y'all. Y'all going to close out the second cut of millionaire team. Even me, myself, all you guys represent one of the fastest growing organizations in the entire Herbalife period. We just got a diamond, which is Lisa and JJ. And then Will about to hit his first cut of president's team. Tara about to hit her first cut of president's team. Jesse about to hit his first cut of president's team. Christy Burnham about to hit her third cut of president's team. Man, what more kind of vision do you need? You already got it. You don't even need the belief because it's already right there. You just got to have the faith in yourself. And woo! Today's a beautiful day, baby. Yeah. Oh, man, I'm fired up. What's up, Street? What's up, everybody? Yo,
you crazy.
Listen, go out and get this life, man. We only get one opportunity. An opportunity is always going to find a home, whether you take it or not. So if it's for you, take everything that God has for your life. Everything, the cars, the clothes, the money, the inner peace, the joy, the happiness, everything. Retiring your mama, whatever it is, opening up your country. I know it's a bunch of Africans on here. What if they open up all the Africans and all your cousins and uncles and everything, and we all get to go over there and do a big old shake party in all of Africa. Think big. I'm telling you, man. Think much bigger, much sooner. And I'm out this bad boy.
Man, thank you so much. 14 miles. Exactly what we're doing, guys. The reality that is like, we are a beyond. I'm telling you guys, right now, present in this call, we have passed the level of faith or belief, which is great, right? But now we have concrete examples. We have proofs. I mean, all we got to do is just keep on working. The blueprint has been there. Like, I get chills now, and chills that would probably make me cry a little bit, because I'm looking at Garen running right now like a madman, just because his life has changed. He's making a lot of money. It's not even about money no more. I don't even know how he can spend all the money that he's making every month. And thank God, it's like me watching this guy that used to tell me, oh, you're making $3,000 extra money a month. And I'm like, oh, $3,000. That sounds great. The dude makes about $100,000 a month now. And you hear these stories, and it sounds like, it's like, oh, yeah. This is
120.
120. Sorry about that. I'm sorry.
My boy said, don't get it twisted. Don't get it.
Disrespectful. Okay, 100 or 120,000. At that point, it almost don't make any difference. But guys, this is where we are right now. millionaire team going through the press team cuts this summer, guys. That's how much I believe in this team. We're going straight to the press. It's time. It is time for us to go, for us to get to that level. I have my biggest dream, and I will always tell you guys what my dream is. We have a country that is requesting me every single day. I have members of people from Senegal saying, I want to lose weight. So I want to be part of what you do. I want to make extra money. And I keep on telling them, I'm sorry, I can't do it yet. And I can't do it yet. And I keep on telling them, we're going to open it one day. And it hurts me because that's what I want to do. This opportunity is already here. And there's people that I know on my team that are sleeping on it. And it's happening. And they're still sleeping on it. I'm telling you guys, everybody that's right now on this call, that get to witness this, because you're not sleeping, you're not dreaming. This is real. You're talking to somebody that make $1,000 on my first month. Now we're clearing over $8,000. And I'm not saying this to impress you, but it's to impress upon you what's possible, guys. To be able to just literally change your whole entire life. Do you know how it feels to know that there are people who are having like relationship issues, but now because of their situation financially is getting stronger, they're being able to work through it. People having family issues, but because of now they're being able to have this little extra money, they're going through it. This is me knowing that I can say without blinking that I'm changing people's lives. And this is nothing. This is not my goal, guys. This is just a station. 80,000, we finished last month at $90,000. $90,000 in sales in 30 days. Garen Jones's organization does over $1.4 million in 30 days. For anyone that's here listening to this, I just said it, 1.4 plus, because
1.7.
1.7, oh my God. I'm sorry for insulting you, gang. But guess what? I can't even keep up. This guy keeps popping up with these numbers, guys, and this is what we do. I don't know, like this is not about motivation no more. We in it. We in the vortex. We're not over there looking at what's happening behind. Hello from the other side. We are in the side, yo. We're doing this. I don't need to, like our level of motivation is now high. Like what else do you need? Another Garen running at $2 million a month, or it's all happening. I'm one of his diamonds, guys. You know what a diamond is? When a presidency member has one of his line of members become a president, then he becomes a diamond. The guy running right now, Garen Jones, is right now straight going towards becoming one of the next chairman club. God willing, by the end of this year, it's done deal. He already has about 2 lines already pretty much cleared. I'm going to be one of his 3rd line or 4th or whatever, and we are going to be diamonds. And right now I'm looking at my team, and all of you becoming president's team will become my diamonds. We call this team diamonds because there's power in words. I believe in the power that the words conceal. But then you being called a diamond, understand that what makes a diamond shine is the cuts that it goes through. A diamond in the rough might not shine so much, but when it gets cut and gets cleaned up, it shines even more. But a diamond doesn't shine if there's not light reflecting on it. And the light is what you go out there in the marketplace and you go get it. You go and sign people. Yo, it's done deal. You don't have to force nobody. I like how Tomica said it. You either with us or you're not. I'm not going to chase you. This ship is going places. I no longer have time or energy to beg somebody to become better, to beg somebody to become a better version of themselves, to do more for their kids, to do more for their children. I love Ajmal, my son. I love him to death. This boy is so stylish. We go to the mall, we go to the Beverly Center. I just say, go ahead. He's now going and he picks his own outfits, guys. And I don't be here looking at the tags. I swear, not to impress you one more time. But I'm telling you what has changed. When not long ago, I had to look at what they picked when they wanted. And I promise you, it had happened where I'm like, oh, we'll come back again for this one. And it didn't feel good. But that's either that or like the food on the table. All right, bills that need to be paid. You know, I don't want to become, there's no sob story, but this is a reality. I went through that. And I celebrate right now to the glory of God we have found something that is different now. Garen is right here running. Over 15 years ago, we were young and hungry. We were always hungry. We were getting those $10,000 modeling jobs. Among hundreds of people, we would do what it takes to book those jobs. Garen right here. But guess what? We were not enough. It wasn't enough to book 5,000, 7,000. We said, you know what? We need to do our own thing, man. Let's open our own organization. And guess how we called it? We called it .com. We said we're going to have a company called .com, and we're going to go out there, and we're going to make difference in people's lives. We were 23, 25, 26, like hungry. But we couldn't make it happen. It was just like whatever. And then life happens. And then we come back together on a job a couple of years ago, 3.5 years. We're flying to San Francisco, guys. I will always tell you this story. Because just imagine Garen Jones, just about 6-7 months into the business, hungry as hell, on the flight telling me, yo, there's this company called Herbalife, man. You gotta try this thing. I'm like, literally like, dude, leave me alone. We get to the airport. He pulls out his backpack and pull out a canister like this. And I'm like, what is this guy crazy? What has happened to him? He pulls out a shaker cup and literally, guys, pours in with some water. And he's like, yo, this is your meal. I'm like, what? Hell no, I need food. You know, we're at the airport. He's like, this is a meal. This is a lunch. I'm like, no, get out of here, man. And he was so like fired up. He gives me this thing. He makes the shakes. I'm like, dude, am I going to die if I drink this thing? This is weird. I had no idea. This is a story that is a real story. We're in the San Francisco airport, all right, waiting for our transportation to the job location. And that's where I'm getting my first experience on these shakes. Fast forward, he keeps on calling me. And I'm like, dude, leave me alone. I don't want this thing. I swear to God, I had to go and be like, look, how much? He's like, 200 something. Okay, I give him the cash, got the canisters. He sold me the plan so that he can leave me alone. That was the idea, so he stopped calling. But he still kept on calling, man. How you like it? How do you feel? He was checking up on me to see if I'm getting any result, because he knew that the moment I get results, it's a wrap. But the canisters were right there on my shelves. Until I used it, dropped 30 pounds. It was all she wrote. So today, guys, I'm not going to keep on taking all of your time. I'm so happy that Tomica blessed us with some of her incredible wisdom and knowledge, which I'm telling you guys, within a few months ago, she came humbly to me and started asking me some questions. And now look at her. You guys become coachable. None of us here has any kind of pleasure in inventing stories or inventing plans or blueprints. No, all we do is to follow what's been set down for 36 years by Mark Hughes, and that's all we do. His dream was to bring a canister in everybody's kitchen. I said, okay, I'll take it on, and I'll bring it to Senegal and put it in everybody's kitchen in Senegal. My dream is right now to take some of this and take it to some villages and give it to some kids that do not have proper nutrition. But we can't do that until it's officially open, guys. We got people here just still just wondering what's happening. Like, how much does it take? When I started, there was not much of a vision. You guys, there's not much of a vision. There's no Garen Jones living in a freaking penthouse in Santa Monica facing the ocean. There was none of that. There was Brian Holyfield, Garen's upline, right? Garen did barely, he had a car, I think, but Brian had a car that was pretty beat up, yo. And I'm looking at the car when we go to training, and I'm like, this is Garen's upline's car? Not so impressive. Not so inspiring, I promise you. It was just really crazy. And I said, you know what? God is great. It was a Nissan 95, kind of beat up, but I didn't have the vision. About 3 weeks ago, the same Brian bought a freaking Lamborghini. My mentor running right here owns a Bentley. Does any one of you guys know a personal person who has a Bentley and a G-Wagon parked in his garage? Try that for size. And I'm not saying this again to impress you. It is just to show you where we are, what we really have. At this level, we are operating at beyond belief and beyond motivation. I'm so excited. I'm happy. I'm very fired up. I have to stop because you know me. I talk a lot. Garrett always used to tell me, yo, you got 5 minutes. Make sure you don't, go over, because I just get so inspired and I keep going. So one more time, guys, y'all go out there and have an amazing end of month. Wherever you are, remember, this is double month, up to 7,500 volume points. If you want to get to 75 and go to sleep, I still tell you, don't do that. Go to 10K impact, go to 15K impact, go to 20K impact. We have on this call a 47K impact, some beast, and Garen Jones. Garen Jones, what's your current volume, bro? He's right.
Yeah, 19.
19,000. Guess what? 19,000. That means that this dude is not only making that kind of money, but he's still in the marketplace making impact. That means he's still working. A lot of personal members, at this point, they get to a point where they just kind of chill out. They really relax and just keep on collecting major, major royalties. But Garen's like, hell no, I'm not going to stop. I'm hungry. I'm going to keep on signing up people, keep on building wide and deep.
Yep.
And that is what's going to make the major difference, because this is a new breed, guys. We have in this thing, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about how many countries in my organization. We have on this call supervisors from Libya. We have supervisors from freaking like Tanzania. We have supervisors from the Congo, from Guinea. We have supervisors from Senegal. We have a supervisor from the Gambia. We have supervisors from like freaking Mali. All of these are supervisors. Think about this, guys. My dream is to open Africa. And God hears me in my prayers every day talking about that. And guess what? He's giving me the seeds of the future countries of Africa. So you're here talking to this guy who's going to have this massive African organization, and y'all going to be the one that be like, damn. He needs to talk about this. It's not just going to happen overnight. Life is a journey. You have to savor every millisecond. You have to savor the stories. Make sure you write them down, because you're going to forget a lot of amazing things. How was it going to Millionaire Cut when you start making 1.7 million volume a month, and you're over here excited about $80,000 a month? Yeah. Yo, I'm so excited. Now it's just me rumbling. I love you all. Have a powerful weekend. We're going to celebrate. I told y'all that we're going to celebrate. When I did get team, I killed one lamb. I'm sorry. How can I say it in a nice way? We ate one lamb, the full lamb. I'm not talking about a lamb shank, a lamb leg.
2.5 get lamb.
So now, I said, when we go to the millionaire team, because it's 80,000 instead of 20,000, we're going to multiply it by 4. So I said, we're going to kill. We're going to, okay, not kill, sacrifice 4 entire full-blown lamb. And if you're from Africa, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We're going to do different rotisseries and different marinated and a lot of different variation of lamb. And guess what's going to happen in July? For extravaganza, all of those of you who don't have your extravaganza ticket, you might as well get it right now, because it's early bird and it's much cheaper. Because what's going to happen, we're going to get as many people from around the world into LA for the extravaganza. I already said it. We're going to rent a house where we're going to accommodate all of those coming from us aboard. And we are going to do that big old feast celebration of the millionaire team cut that y'all did. I don't think my team can eat the whole 4 lamb by themselves. So we're going to have to invite probably Tomica team, different sidelines team, and everybody.
You said kill. Now, y'all, it's a whole nother culture. Y'all have to break me in slowly.
Okay, let me explain to you what happens. All right, in America,
I already heard. I think John told me about your lamb. I was like,
John tried it. John knows. Aja knows a little bit, because Aja went all the way to Africa and she saw not a lamb, a whole cow being prepared. And she was there like, oh my God, the whole entire cow was being prepared, and she watched everything that was in Senegal and West Africa. So here we have a situation where we can do it. It's not going to be in the house. Don't worry. There's a facility in Chino. It's an hour and a half away from my house. Let's just be a little clear. We don't go around, slaughtering animals. There's a specific facility where they allow you to do the ritual sacrifice. You pray over the animal, you pick it, you pray over it, and then you prepare it. And then they put it into different nice bags after it's cleaned up. And then we do the cooking. All right. So that's how it's gonna go. All right. Not no filet that you get from the supermarket. This is a whole entire thing. And we usually prepare it in such a delicious way. I can already feel the lamb because a few years ago, it was a dream. Now I have to go and buy 4 lambs. I said it because I have to keep my word. And I want all of you to come and feast. Make sure you bring a lot of Thermobond. Make sure you bring tea, total control. We're going to feast. We all eat. And it's going to be very well deserved because y'all amazing. So that's my vision. I already think this is going to happen. So I'm excited. We are already crossed the second part. God willing, it's almost done. End of month.
Where you at right now? Where your volume at?
Let's see. Let me double check. But we pretty much, let's open this BizWorks. It's amazing. We are really closing up. End of month, guys. The regular is tomorrow for many other countries, but then for America, the end of month is by Monday. But we will continue operating. You know that we have the culture of not holding any volume for next month because God has a set of blessings of next month. So never, ever, ever hold yourself short by putting things off until the next month. Believe that God will provide for you even more for the next month. Some people just get fearful. We don't do fear around here. You know, a lot of people say, starve your fear and feed your faith. We here say, let's eat our fear. It's even better. Just eat it up. So if you don't starve it, just eat the fear. It's done deal. You digest it. So no fear, all faith, and just all action. Let me see exactly where we are. I know a lot of these beasts. Wow, we are about 7,000 to go. So officially that's 7. So we already got this, guys. I know that a lot of people wait till last minute to just really grind. I said, let's do it. End of month is right now. Let's finish up strong. I'm excited for all of y'all. I cannot wait for you to have your own team that is doing incredible numbers like this. Thank you so much, Tomica, for taking your time. I know it's end of month for you as well, and you have a lot of people in your team going through cuts. And you
be pushing, man. We got a 15K dude that needs it, and he deserves.
Oh man, yeah. Jonathan is my brother. He's so inspiring. I will never forget that. You know, he was one of the major guys that inspired me from the very, very beginning. So. You know, you got him. I know that he's in good hands. He has someone like you and your team. So, guys, I cannot impress this enough. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Feel yourself with gratitude. Thank you, Tomica. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Garen Jones. He's probably still running his God knows how many miles. That guy is crazy. You guys have no idea, you know. And I'm excited. I'm excited. And let's go out there in the world and share this blessing. You guys are diamonds. Diamonds shine forever. All right. You guys are amazing. You guys have value. You guys are valuable. You guys are incredible. I love you all. And just God bless you, man. I'm about to go pray tonight. And I feel very good right now because y'all really pumped me up. And a team of diamonds, really, literally just like God is great. I'm so excited. I'm so lucky to have all of y'all. So thank you. Let's open up this thing and I don't know if you want to shout out something. Like one more call. Anyone wants to say something before we go?
Thank you, Tomica.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
So I'm going to unmute everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome.
Thank you, Tomica. Amazing job.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Let's go knock this end of the month out like rocket.
Let's do it.
Y'all be safe.
Thank you, Tomica.
Thank you.